So we are starting from TAT number 15. Right, gentlemen?
8016.
TAT 16,
16 by
yes, yes.
diabolical origin.
Yes, I was checking your presence of mind. Are you
You
mentally
are
here
not
or not?
taking. I
Gentlemen,
am
we are
feeling a very
mentally okay.
sleepy. No, yaar, I'm not okay. I'm feeling a very much sleepy.
Why don't you get customer yesterday?
Hmm.
Same here. I was also feeling very sleepy, but can't sleep.
This time is very, 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 very bad.
इसलिए अभी मैंने लंच नहीं किया है.
Oh,
अब इस
तो
सेशन
लंच
के बाद
करता है भाई, मैं
खाऊंगा.
तो खाना खाता हूँ.
गरीब लोग खाना खाते हैं ना.
भाई अफसर बन जाऊँ
अब
फिर
ओके.
अमीर हो जाऊंगा.
Okay, so we are proceeding to our TAT number
Gentlemen,
16.
only rich people able to buy car.
Yeah, yeah.
What people?
Don't think Anand is poor. Anand is very rich.
Yeah, that's why I'm buying the car and will register it on Rapido and Ola.
You are buying this for hiring some customers, like hiring some people,
Okay,
and
yeah.
that those people
No,
will
no.
continue.
I think we should continue the class. We will discuss it later.
Okay.
Wait. Ankush joined. Ankush left.
What?
Huh?
Why he is here? We just share the view, my God.
Anand, Ankush, and Shashank.
So, gentlemen, as shown in the picture, Anant is leading the way, as he is the senior officer there, and the other two guys, that Lieutenant Shashank and Lieutenant Ankush, he is following them. So they are following him.
So you are okay. Complete your story.
Okay, I'm not narrating, but my story will be around something. They went to a historical place, and wait. Let me prepare my preface first.
Hmm.
Okay, so I'm a story. I'm narrating the crux. The main thing is they went to a fort called the Kumbhalgarh Fort, which is located in Rajasthan. They went
Okay.
there. It
Okay.
is very far from city. No, it is very tough to reach there because of the connectivity, and the infrastructure is not very good. So they decided to, lodge an application and file an application to the district collector, and displaying the issue. Again, after that, they also noticed that maintenance of the fort is also not up to the mark. That does not attract as much as tourists at मतलब इसका potential. It has a lot of potential, but due to the bad infrastructure and bad facilities available nearby, it is not able to attract a lot of, what would I say, क्या बोलेंगे, a lot of tourists. So they along with his friends, he wrote an application to the district magistrate and citing all the issues regarding the transportation issues, regarding the poor quality of road, and also complaining about the infrastructure which is not up to the mark. So after that, he filed an application. The district magistrate, along with the other local authorities, took the appropriate uh, action, and he has get dealt all the problems that had been applied on the application.
My story is also quite similar to Anand. I have also like make it as fort renovation and increasing the footfall in the fort.
Increasing the
Footfall, foot. अरे tourist को increase करना.
भाई मैं समझा नहीं, व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय फुटफॉल?
अरे फुटफॉल मतलब टूरिस्ट इंक्रीज करो, मतलब ज्यादा ज्यादा लोग आए.
Okay, यार, one thing I have noticed that, have you noticed in the left side, two persons are trying to, get into the fort while using a rope.
हैं?
Zoom the image and you will see
हाँ.
two persons. Yeah.
ठीक है.
So I think the renovation is
I mean,
already going on.
gentlemen, that is actually a scenery on it. Don't overlook. क्या यार सही बता रहे हो भाई? क्या चोर बना दे क्या? चोर है.
नहीं, इसको बना सकते हैं, ऑलरेडी रेनोवेट हो रहा है, इट इज ऑल, यू नो रेनोवेटिंग ऑलरेडी. उसके लिए somewhat they are.
Different angle to this. So we can say that two person trying to enter a fort and got to steal something. Meanwhile, they like some officers of police officers got the information of the same, so they taken position in the normal dresses, casual dresses in the jungle, and tried to capture those two person.
I
If
have
you
got one
all
more
are
idea.
agree.
I have got one more idea. It could be an abandoned fort, but it has a very important historical significance. So these three persons are from, district authorities like some DM or other district welfare authorities, important persons. So they went there, and matlab, after a few applications reached them, so they went there. They, taken all the important measures, to uh, मतलब मेरा ये है यार कि इसमें वो लोग जाते हैं, फिर देखते हैं इसका हिस्टोरिकल सिग्निफिकेंस ज्यादा है, लेकिन ड्यू टू बैड इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर और वहाँ लोग जाते नहीं है, उसके बारे में लोगों को पता नहीं है, तो दे विल पब्लिश समथिंग ऑन द न्यूज़पेपर दैट दिस फोर्ट हैज बीन रेनोवेटेड एंड इट इज ओपन फॉर टूरिस्ट. उसके बाद they will also develop the nearby area. It will also help the nearby people living there to, earn livelihood by opening some different stalls, and also, they will also encourage people to sell the local things. For example, in Rajasthan, there is a lot of, you know, मतलब जो भी उनका वो फूड वूड का रहता है काफी ज्यादा, तो वो सारी चीजों में क्या होगा कि वहां से इसका एरिया भी डेवलप हो जाएगा, लोगों को एम्प्लॉयमेंट मिलेगा, और एक मतलब हिस्टोरिकल सिग्निफिकेंस का कोई भी फोर्ट दे सकते हैं, ऐसा कुछ.
No, Sasank, भैया.
भाई शशांक कहाँ गया भाई?
अच्छा, मेरी आवाज आ रही थी क्या?
हम्म.
भाई
तो
बंद
उतनी
था
देर
ना.
से बीच में इंटरप्ट कर रहा उतनी देर से बीच में इंटरप्ट कर रहा था कि ओके ओके जेंटलमैन, मैं ये ऐड कर सकते हैं, तो सुना ही नहीं दिया होगा.
भाई क्यों सुनाई देगा, तूने माइक ही नहीं बोला था.
Okay, so I think we can make our story around like some prisoners trying to escape the jail. We can make this fort or this place as a jail also. Like in yeah, if you don't want to make it jail, we can also make this place as a like जैसे आपने mention किया, that is a fort. So it is a fort, and a certain kind of exhibition is going to be arranged on this fort. So uh, seeing the, by listening this news, some thieves were trying to steal the important item from the fort. So Ramesh, a 22-year-old like police officer, when he was going to check the fort before the inspection or before the exhibition, then he saw some uncertain activities that some two person were trying to get into the fort via rope. So he immediately with his team went there, caught the thieves and taken into custody, and later on the event was conducted successfully.
सही है.
Okay, so we are, I think we had done with this TAT. So Anything else that
Next.
anyone want to know or discuss?
No, no, proceed to the next one.
Okay.
Why it is going to be a very common theme, I think. In the background, the river kind of a
Hmm.
thing is seen. So
Or
we
we
will
can make.
assume that the person is drowned, and someone has evacuated from the guy shown in the picture. Someone has evacuated him.
Hmm.
Then they have given him CPR mouth to mouth and take the water out of his lungs or
Okay.
and yeah, yeah.
We can
Hello.
consider them as a school children, or matlab, they are looking the everyone is looking on
Why,
a certain kind of dress, so they
Anand,
must
when
be
you,
children's or school children's.
what is this mouth to mouth CPR? Why all are Londa?
भाई तेरी आवाज कट रही है यार.
Nothing. Let's move on.
So these must be school, they all were going for a school, we can say trip or anything, or an adventure school adventure campsite like something.
My theme is quite different. So I perceive some characters who are the school students, and a person from the emergency department of the fire has come
Hmm.
to show the emergency evacuation of the people and providing early health care to the person who got injured or something, and who got issues regarding breathing or fall anxious, like providing make them learn about CPR and other techniques.
Hmm. This is a good story. हम ऐसा भी सोच सकते थे.
मतलब मेरी स्टोरी यही है कि दे वेंट स्कूल बॉयज हैं ठीक है ये पिकनिक में गए तो दे हैव सीन समवन ड्राउनिंग इन द रिवर so
Hmm.
they arranged a rope
So they save them.
that they were carrying already and they have thrown towards him but उसके बाद एक दो बंदे और गए अंदर and they have by taking the rope with them उसके बाद they have evacuated him but when they came out of the water he was unconscious so they have given him CPR some chest pumps and the water that has engulfed in his lungs has come out and he has attained consciousness then his they also वही है कि they asked him to be careful from the next time मेरा ये क्वेश्चन पे बना है
So my story was also based on evacuation. But matlab, I had sent them these school children or like on an adventure camp, like something. Not a camp, but on a like trip or something. So
Hmm.
matlab, the first idea was came that exactly same story that Anand has delivered.
Okay, so move to the next one.
So this picture I've already like I've done once. So without wasting time,
Hmm.
um, in this I have written about the repairing of the gate and the garden area. Basically, like a person in was living outside. Outside क्या बोलते हैं मतलब कि not so on in some other state. When he come to his house, he found the home untidy, and the gate was also totally rusted. So he taken steps himself by oil grease, start painting the gate. He
Ankush,
may also
by it is looking a kind of a wooden structure that is used. Okay, there is no need of oil and grease and all. Just
Well,
look
I'm
at it, by.
seeing smoke kind. kind of thing here.
हाँ वो पीछे से उसके
ये पूरा मुझे
हाँ
ऐसा स्मोक लग रहा है ये।
स्मोक भी हो सकता है, इट कुड आल्सो बी अ ट्री। होता नहीं है कि गांव में छाल ऐसे छाई होती है, बिकॉज ही इज वेरी
ट्री भी हो सकता है।
स्टैंडिंग जस्ट
ये
आउटसाइड
पूरा
जस्ट
ट्री हो
बिसाइड।
सकता है।
हो सकता है। और ऊपर देख, जो गेट का ये उसके ऊपर लग रहा है कि जैसे हाँ ट्रंक इज, इट इज काइंड ऑफ अ ट्रंक ऑफ अ ट्री।
ठीक है, वी कैन कंसीडर इट एज अ ट्री।
अब मतलब अंकुश की स्टोरी ठीक है, लेकिन भाई वो गेट लग नहीं रहा ना। सतंग तेरे को क्या लगता, लग रहा है गेट?
नहीं यार,
ये
ये
तो कोई
ग्रेट
बात
तो नहीं लग रहा
नहीं,
मुझे।
वो
रेनोवेटिंग दी
गाँव में देखा नहीं कि तबेले वबेले में कई बार होता है कि ऐसा लकड़ी का स्ट्रक्चर बना रहता है ताकि कोई जानवर अंदर ना आ जा पाए, मतलब टेम्परेरी, इट
रेनोवेटिंग
इज
दी।
नॉट लुकिंग।
हेलो,
हाँ हाँ
यस
सुन रहे
यस।
हैं, बोल बोल।
ऐसा कर सकते हैं कि चेंजेस दी वुडन गेट विद आयरन गेट और बेटर प्रोडक्शन ऐसे।
We can like Anand had mentioned the cattle kind of thing, like in गांव में वो जानवर होते हैं, so we can make like this is an area where cattle lives, but Mohan or something, a person who is, he's a basically carpenter, or we can make anything, like he's in experience of making gate or barrier anything. So he noticed that some like wild animals enter the cattle area and they harm the cattle. So he decided to make a gate which is completely closed. So he removed that gate and make that, वहाँ पे वो गेट बनाता है वैसा, जिससे कैटल्स भी सेफ हो जाते हैं और लोग पीसफुली सो पाते हैं रात में।
भाई व्हाई डोंट मेक हिम अ काइंड ऑफ अ डेयरी वर्कर, बिकॉज
नो
इन
आई एम
विलेजेस वी
नॉट
ऑफन
मेकिंग।
सीन। नहीं
आई
नहीं, वो
एम।
नहीं कह रहा मैं कह रहा हूँ कि ये भी एक अल्टरनेटिव सोर्स हो सकता है। तेरी स्टोरी इज गुड, बट एक ये भी अल्टरनेटिव मतलब थी मेरे को आई, जैसे भी तूने बोला कि अगर वो तबेला वाला है, तो उसमें हम बोल ले सकते हैं कि he lives in a village so and he used to look after the cattle, cow buffaloes and वो बकरी क्या बोलते हैं,
मिल्क एक्सट्रैक्ट करता है और
मिल्क
बेचता
एक्सट्रैक्ट
है, साथ
करता
में
है,
पढ़ाई करता
बेचता
है
है
एग्जाम के लिए,
एंड हेल्प, मतलब उसकी फैमिली है तो वो हेल्प
फैमिली
करता
को
है।
फाइनेंशियल हेल्प करने के लिए। हाँ हाँ।
हाँ उसके बाद फिर he also made a एरिया कवरिंग विच इज, मतलब पूरा ओपन था आफ्टर दैट, तो he made a temporary covering so that the other unwanted animals or the nearby animals that not come into his own farm, ऐसा कुछ करके पूरा मेंटेनेंस करके
नहीं
करना पड़ता।
उसका ठीक है, फार्म बट नहीं कर सकते ना, इफ ही हैज फार्म देन व्हाई ही विल बी पुअर।
मतलब वही कर सकते हैं कि उसका एक टेम्परेरी वो है जहाँ पे वो जानवरों को रखता है,
हाँ यस।
टेम्परेरी एरिया वेयर ही केप्ट बट इट इज क्वाइट ओपन फ्रॉम ऑल द साइड्स, so he used temporary wooden like structure and surrounded the area from all sides and also made a temporary gate of that uh, wooden structure as well।
या
मतलब ये मेन पॉइंट नहीं रहेगा, मेन पॉइंट हमारा भाई डेरी ग्राउंड रहेगा, अभी बस लास्ट में कवर करने के लिए कि हाँ पिक्चर भी कवर की तो उसको ऐड कर लेंगे।
यस वी कैन मेक इट लाइक दैट। अंकुश, डू यू हैव एनी डिफरेंट आइडिया और सिमिलर टू इट अस?
जैसे
नो
अंकुश
नो,
ने एक बोला था घर वाला, अंकुश ने वो बोला था ना घर वाला, तो उस पे एक हम ये बना सकते हैं कि बहुत
गार्डन
दिनों बाद
मेकिंग
आया,
वो ऐड कर सकते हो। गार्डन मेकिंग,
गार्डन
पुट
में कर
फ्लावर्स
सकते हैं।
लगाए, फ्लावर्स लगाए और क्या लगाए, और झूला लगा दिया।
तो लगा दिया, सही बात है। उसमें वो
हाँ
भी कर
यस।
सकते हैं कि मतलब अगर
एक
इस
कुत्ता
सबसे
पाल
अलग ही
लिया।
करना है तो अपने गांव, मतलब वो शहर में रहता था कई महीनों या कई सालों बाद अपने गांव आया, उसने देखा कि घर अच्छा नहीं है, तो फिर उसने पूरा साफ सफाई वगैरह किया। और लेकिन इसमें फिर वही है ना कि एक्शन नहीं रहेंगे कुछ। घर
कभी
आया,
घास
हाँ
काट दी,
गाँव से बहुत, अरे घास काट दी, घर साफ कर दिया, तो उसमें क्या एक्शन है तू ही बता।
जाला साफ कर दिया।
फिर वही बात, साफ सफाई में सब आ गया भाई।
ओके, वी आर प्रोसीडिंग टू स्टोरी नंबर 4। ओके, TAT नंबर 4।
अब ठीक है, ये
अरे
तो
यार,
बना चुका हूँ, इंटरव्यू इंटरव्यू का काम करता हूँ।
मतलब he is going for interview, so in front of mirror he is trying to practice the question that was मतलब maybe asked, or he is preparing himself for the interview।
बस एसएसबी इंटरव्यू मत डाल देना,
नहीं इंटरव्यू, नॉट
यूपीएससी
एन
डाल
SSB
देना।
इंटरव्यू,
हाँ
एनी
मेरी
काइंड ऑफ
वो
इंटरव्यू मे बी,
एनी
लाइक
काइंड, कोई
प्राइवेट
जॉब
जॉब
इंटरव्यू
इंटरव्यू,
डाल देना
प्राइवेट
एनी,
जॉब
हाँ।
इंटरव्यू हो गया, स्कूल का इंटरव्यू हो गया टीचर के लिए, ब्ला ब्ला।
yes।
एनीथिंग डिफरेंट आइडिया, एनीवन हैव डिफरेंट आइडिया?
भाई इस पे मैंने वो भी कर सकते हो कि तुम वो डिबेट कंपटीशन ले जा रहा है, या फिर उसको वो शो होस्ट करना है
Yes,
कोई, तो उसके
yes.
लिए वो स्पीकिंग की
Hmm.
प्रैक्टिस कर रहा है इन फ्रंट ऑफ अ मिरर.
Or maybe he is an newly made salesperson, so he's going to pitch some kind of client for uh, his products to sell them. So he's preparing
Hmm.
himself for that pitch.
Gentlemen, I have
Hmm.
a new idea. Can we make him like he is going on a date?
This is
अबे,
not an old new idea.
दिस इज अ वेरी ओल्ड
uh,
आइडिया.
when I was in
मैं वही तो
AFPA,
कह रहा था कि
a
स्पिन आउट
student
क्यों हो रहा है.
also when I was in AFPA, a student gave that date kind of example.
हम्म,
So yeah,
ठीक है, मूव टू द
any
नेक्स्ट
different
वन.
idea? Any different idea?
नहीं, इस पे यही बना सकते हैं, और क्या ही बनाएंगे. स्कूल के लिए तैयार हो रहा है कक्षा 5 लड़का.
We can say that a boy was wearing an old dress, but it was not fitting him, so he क्या करेगा फिर स्ट्रेस मतलब स्टिचिंग करी उसकी आता होगा सेल्फ डिपेंडेंट बटन लगा दिए
But I
खराब
think
हो गए थे
they both are not the same person. They are look like different person. This and this.
अगर एक
Okay.
दूसरे को देख के
It's
बटन लगाएंगे क्या?
no.
कहाँ की चीज भाई इमेजिन
मतलब
कर रहा भाई तू.
this person is guiding how to wear a tie. A tie.
फिर वही चीज, टाइम में तू एक्शन क्या डालेगा मुझको ये बता. यूट्यूब से
मतलब
वीडियो
he
देख के उसको सिखा दिया.
अरे he is going for a हाँ हाँ मतलब वही ऐड ही करना पड़ेगा इंटरव्यू टाइप ऑफ टास्क तो ठीक है. Okay, so we are proceeding to our next and last
ये
question.
बताओ यार मेरा कपड़े सही करे बटन लगाई स्टिचिंग करी ये सब बेकार है क्या
एक्शन तो है बट बहुत ही लो एफर्ट वाले एक्शन है ये.
लो लेवल थीम भाई ये होती है एक, वही है.
ये तो मैंने बनाया हुआ है दोबारा से
भाई ये तो
इससे
मैंने
मैंने
जब से वो धुरंधर देखी ना, तो मेरे को
स्टेबल
स्पाई वाली
बंडिंग का हो
थीम
गया
आती है
था
उसको देखते.
स्टेबल बंडिंग
व्हाट
मैंने कर दिया
व्हाट अनंत.
मेरे को तो स्पाई वाली थीम याद आती है इसको देख के, कि वो उसका पीछा कर रहा है. सम काइंड ऑफ एक्सपोजिंग ड्रग रैकेट दैट हैज बीन गोइंग ऑन इन द, मतलब पंजाब एरिया में काफी है, तो पंजाब को कोई भी डिस्ट्रिक्ट ले सकते हैं. और स्टबल बर्निंग भी हो सकता है पीछे साइड के ऊपर. देयर इज अ स्मोक काइंड ऑफ अ थिंग इन द स्काई.
I have a lot of actions for stable bending, so I will make on stable
Okay,
bending.
Anant, you Ankush, you deliver your first मतलब story first.
So mm Rahul, and BSc student, has completed his graduation and is working in the agriculture department. When he come to his village, he found that people are still burning the stubble. So he called on the meeting of the people and tell them to use happy seeders and good seeder machine for directly putting seeds inside the soil. Besides that, he also make them aware about the use of stubble for the mushroom farming, and also tell them to use stubble for the biofuel uh, purposes. He also tell them to look up to various schemes that the government is providing for stubble, and also tell them to use stubble for the cattle feed also. तो और ऐड कर सकते हो etc. And use stubble for the organic farming.
बढ़िया.
सही है
Anant, what was your story?
भाई. माय स्टोरी इज अराउंड अ ड्रग पेडलर. सो शशांक who is a 27-year-old who got an intel that in Bhatinda district of Punjab a
I
lot
thought
of
you will make me drug smuggler.
नहीं भाई, वो तो तू है उसमें बोलना क्या.
Okay,
एक्चुअली
okay,
बोल दूंगा तो
continue,
यूट्यूब में वायरल हो गया तो पुलिस पकड़ ले जाएगी. तो
continue.
he got an intel that a large number of drug peddlers have been seen exporting drugs from in Bhatinda, Punjab. So he went there. He followed the, he has 2 or 3 person with him who got, मतलब उनको एक दो के ऊपर शक था, तो he followed him and he went with him to the main spot where all the drugs and all the things has been kept. So he went there, informed all the teams to stay in alert, and once he gave the signal, he got their location. Then he gave the signal, so all the teams come in and they have, you know, busted the area and arrested the accused and also busted the whole area of network by interrogating him.
Maybe भी I have a same kind of a story. मतलब the person, this person, sorry,
By white person.
this person,
Hmm.
he maybe he is the main mind behind. But first thing in my mind after seeing this picture came that maybe the person is briefing someone. मतलब मुझे ऐसा लगा कि मैं बताता हूँ. मुझे ऐसा लगा कि this is a screen of something and this person is briefing his team about an operation that they will conduct in that area. मतलब this is the real picture of that area, but how they will conduct an operation, he is briefing his team and eventually they end up conducting that operation by successfully catching the cartel or anything else. Or मतलब what we can give him, like a drug or something, anything we can give him that task. So I perceive this picture as like it is a debriefing kind of thing.
वही सही है मतलब इसको लग रहा है ना कि एकदम सिंपल नहीं है वो लग रहा है कि
हम्म,
किसी चीज के पीछे एकदम चोइस पे से कोई मिशन टाइप है ना तो उसमें वो करने की कोशिश
वही.
कर रहे हैं
हम्म. एनीथिंग एल्स?
भाई मेरे को तो जो आइडिया है मैं यही लिखूंगा इस स्टोरी पे वो
हम्म.
पहली थीम जो आती है वही लिखता हूँ मैं आमतौर पर अगली वाली तो मैं एक दो बार कर भी चुका हूँ तो यही लिखता हूँ
सो डीब्रीफिंग वाला ठीक लग रहा है.
हाँ वो भी सही है बस उसमें देख जैसे एक ड्रग पेडलर वाला कर दिया
हम्म.
एक हम वो भी कर सकते हैं कि इसको सीनियर आईबी ऑफिसर बना दो और अपना
हम्म.
मणिपुर रीजन में या फिर अपना रेड कॉरिडोर है
इंसर्जेंट
जो
टाइप
आंध्र
का.
प्रदेश वगैरह में जहाँ पे इंसल्टेंसी इतनी ज्यादा है तो वहाँ पे क्या हुआ है
हम्म.
वेपन्स का कार्टल्स का बहुत ज्यादा एक्सपोर्ट हो रहा था
हम्म.
है ना तो फिर पहले वो जाएगा इन सिविलियन ड्रेस और
हम्म.
उसके बाद वो अपना वो सीआरपीएफ की जो यूनिट है उनको स्टैंड बाई पे रखेगा देन ही गिव हिम अ सिग्नल दे जस्ट collectively attack the location take all the
Yes.
weapons that they have और will capture him ऐसा कुछ कर देते
Yes. Yes. Like we had covered our five stories and in less than 30 minutes. That is a great thing for today's session.
not 30 minutes
achievement.
around 20-25 minutes because 5-7 minutes have taken us to
Yes.
start the
Yes.
session alone.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So now we have to do our lecturate part, right?
Hmm. तो मैं वो करूंगा आई विल स्टार्ट द टाइमर एंड व्हेन ओनली 30 seconds आर लेफ्ट तो मैं तुम लोगों को बता दूंगा कि 30 seconds आर लेफ्ट ठीक है
Hmm.
एंड यू हैव टू कंप्लीट योर स्टोरी विद
मुझसे मुझसे
विद इन
बोलोगे
30 seconds
इंटरप्ट कर दोगे हैंड रेस कर देना
यार जो मतलब सिग्नल सही लगे क्योंकि अब इसमें तो बोल दूंगा कि
हाँ
30
ये कर
seconds है
देना
बीच में एक बार
ये ना
बोलूंगा
तुम ना
ऐसे
बोलो
हैंड रेस कर
वो
देना.
टूट जाएगा
ऐसे हैंड रेस कर देना जब
ठीक है
वो
मैं
मतलब 30 सेकंड.
हैंड रेस कर दूंगा ठीक है
तो
तो मैं
अंकुश हमारे पास टॉपिक्स हैं.
भाई टॉपिक्स तो मैंने कल दिए थे उन्हीं में बोलना है तुम लोगों को
हम्म.
कौन बोलेगा पहले
कैमरा ऑन करके बोलना पड़ेगा ना.
हम्म
तो बताओ किसमें बोलना है.
भाई तू बोल दे इंडिया ईरान रिलेशन पे
इंडिया ईरान रिलेशंस. I thought you will tell me about blue economy.
शट अप ब्रो एक्सपेक्ट द अनएक्सपेक्टेड
Mhm. No worries.
तो जेंटलमैन योर टाइम स्टार्ट्स नाउ ऑन कर पहले कैमरा ऑन कर फिर टाइम स्टार्ट करूंगा
अरे तो थोड़ा टाइम तो दो, 3 मिनट का एटलीस्ट.
अच्छा अभी प्रिपेयर करेगा तू
अच्छा ओके रहने दो.
चल अच्छा कर ले 2 मिनट दे रहा 2 मिनट टाइमर स्टार्ट हो गया प्रिपेयर कर
हम्म.
अरे माइक ऑफ कर दो अपनी
मेरा
भाई 2 मिनट 15 सेकंड हो गया.
Okay, gentlemen. So this is my turn. So good afternoon, gentlemen. Today my topic of lecture is in India-Iran relationships. So both nations share deeply rooted civilization partnership that bridges South Asia to Southwest Asia to West Asia. It is heavily defined by connectivity projects like trade dynamics, and complex regional balances. The relationship features ancient Indo-Persian linguistics and architecture ties. In modern time, the partnership was solidified by 2003 New Delhi an MOU signed between Iran and India to building a Chabahar port for bypassing Pakistan in New Delhi, which enhances the partnership between both the countries. Both nations are key functioning are both nations are key functioning pillar of international north-south transshipment corridor. Uh, but India eventually maintains a different approach toward other nation also, like maintaining uh, relations with Israel, also maintaining relation with Iran to grow holistically. Current scenario is that in June, due to recent Iran-Israel war, Iran-Israel and U.S. war, India has faced multiple setbacks as U.S. has imposed sanction on uh, Iran, and India also, like they cannot buy the oil directly from Iran. So this thing creates a challenge for India to look back for other partner also by avoiding heavy dependence on Iran. Its impact on India is that Iran, as India imports its major oil from that Strait of Hormuz route, but due to recent conflict, that route is blocked. So India suffers a lot due to this crisis. The prominent challenge is also that US imposed heavy sanctions on Iran, and the China is also the major problem for India also because it promises to uh, invest in Iran for next 25 years, so which create another problem for India, which enable India to make uh, constant vigilance for New Delhi. While India
By 30 seconds left.
uh, while India doesn't directly involve in military trade with Iran due to limited global frameworks, but both navies coordinate deeply for maritime security to protect Gulf of Oman from the pirates to get our boats looted. In conclusion, I want to say that Iran remains a vital geopolitical pillar for India's continental connectivity. Protecting this relationship through strategic autonomy is essential to secure long-term relationship with West Asian
हो गया.
neighbors. Okay, I'm done with my lecture also.
अंकुश
हाँ भाई.
रेडी हो भाई? बोल, टॉपिक दे दूं, फटाक से बोलना पड़ेगा.
टॉपिक ना तो मैं चूज करता हूँ. साढ़े कुछ से बोला था ना, मैं अभी प्रिपेयर कर रहा हूँ. 3 बजे करेंगे.
चल हसन, तू मेरे को 3 टॉपिक दे दे भाई, 4 टॉपिक, मैं कोई भी एक बोल दूंगा प्रिपेयर करके.
ठीक है. From tomorrow,
मैं
I
बोल
will do the
सकता हूँ,
same.
ब्लू इकोनॉमिक बोल सकता हूँ.
I'm thinking to do the same.
ओके, प्रिपेयर कर. मेरे लेक्चर के बाद तू बोलेगा, ठीक है? टाइम नहीं दूंगा. मेरे जैसे लेक्चर और
कौन?
होता है, जो लेक्चर विल स्टार्ट.
अरे मैं बोले दे रहा हूँ भाई.
आप अंकुश.
काहे परेशान.
भाई टॉपिक दे मेरे को.
I'm giving you. Wait. These are your topics.
हाँ,
Check your WhatsApp. Go to 18 SSB. Topic number 1, 2, 3, 4 are your topics. National resilience in time of crisis. India's defense cyber agency. Future of naval warfare. Strategic importance of the Malacca Strait. This.
हंस गया बेटा.
I'm giving you only three of the one to three only, not four. On
भाई
that.
you have given 4 already, so there is no need to
तुमने भी मुझे तीन टॉपिक्स दिए थे, so for you also
Okay,
there are three
I will
topics.
speak in only 1, 2 and 3. ठीक है.
No,
So what?
in either any मतलब इन तीनों में से कुछ एक में भी.
Now first 3 ना. Indian
Hmm.
future of naval warfare, India cyber defense security, cyber agency, national resilience in times of crisis. ठीक है.
Hmm. Future of naval welfare, India's defense cyber agency, national
भाई
resilience in
ठीक है
time
बस
of
समझ गया मुझे
crisis.
किसने बोलना है. नेशनल रेजिलियंस इन टाइम ऑफ क्राइसिस में बोलूंगा भाई. 3 मिनट का टाइम मेरा शुरू होता है, थोड़ा प्रिपेयर कर लूं.
Okay, so
Okay, so I have prepared my topic. Time is still remaining. I'm starting. Okay. भाई अंकुश गया क्या, छोड़ गया क्या? Your mic is off.
yeah, he has gone. Maybe he will come.
Okay,
Okay,
leave
so
him.
your time is start. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so good morning, gentlemen. Good morning to you, sir. The topic for my today's lecture is India's resilience in times of crisis. So India has been a very diverse country. We have all the sects of religion, like the Hindus, Muslims are the major sects of the religions that we have. And India has been a very great country in terms of handling crisis since the independence and before the independence even. If we look at the 1857 revolt, all the Indians have united in a very different way. And they have a very collective goal that we have to get independence from the Britishers at any cost. They never seen the religion, they never seen the caste. They just together, they all went forward together, and by having that simple goal. And if you look at the next thing after the independence, India has seen a lot of crisis. India has seen a major economic setback in the 1991. India has fought several wars with China, with Pakistan, 1962 decisive war with China, and other things like the LPG reforms in 1991. These are all the times of crisis where India and Indian people have united in almost every sect. They have stand by their government. There is no kind of a protest or something that make the country in a very horrible place that we have seen in many countries like in the West Africa or even in the Asia. We have seen in our neighbors like in Nepal, in Bangladesh, things haven't well as the government had decided. So after the 2000s, we have also faced the Kargil attack, and our country, we stood with a great confidence behind our military powers, behind our military services and all the three forces. Along with that, if we have seen, we have faced parliament attack. We have seen a flurry of attacks in the year 2016, where the Uri attack will followed by the Pulwama attack, and also in the recent past 2025, we have seen the uh, recent attack in the Pahalgam area where 26 civilians has been killed. So all these things make the nations unite. And at the times of crisis, India and Indians have never compromised with the national security and the nation's pride. Indians have always stood by their people, by their government, irrespective of what the situation demands or what the situation is there already, what the situation is there. So if we look at the current dynamics, India have also faced a very, India has also stayed very firmly in the crisis of the COVID-19, like in 2019. We all have followed the instructions that have been given by the government authorities. We have never complained, and we have been the one of the best nations to fight this crisis. So all these things make India and Indians very great, and we have been a very good country in terms of handling the crisis. We never protest and we never complain with these things because we have a because we have full confidence in our leadership. We have full confidence in our military leadership, in our political leadership, and we have also faith in our people to people connection as well. Because in times of crisis, the main thing is you have to have your faith in your people. You have to faith in your surroundings because all the time is over.
Time over.
Bhai, you have to give the 30-second ultimatum. I will conclude
रेज
it.
हैंड रेज किया था मैंने उसी टाइम पे. आई हैड सेड दैट आई विल रेज हैंड व्हेन 30 सेकंड विल लेफ्ट.
Oh, sorry, यार मैंने वो देखा ही नहीं. So my
चलो यू
conclusion
कैन
is basically
कंक्लूड. हाँ.
so India and Indians have been very firm in fighting the crisis. Like we have always stood by the government. We have always stood, and the people-to-people ties is very important. Like we have seen in the recent Iran-US war, the petroleum prices also rised. But Indians have fought very well, and the role of government is also very high here because the government has also, supplied the LPGs and the petroleum gases in a very firm way. Irrespective, some in some cities or in some places there will be a hike in prices, but all the things have been done very firmly, and still the government is doing very well. So it's all about the people and the planning of the country. That is the main important factor during the crisis. Yeah, thank you.
अगर टाइम मतलब if I had um, given you hint about time, then I think you can conclude it earlier.
हाँ
Could
अबे
have
वो मैंने
concluded
कंक्लूड वाला मैं तो बोल ही नहीं रहा था 30 सेकंड. मैं सोच ही नहीं पा
मेरे
रहा था कि क्या
कुछ
बोलूं आगे. पता नहीं भाई क्या हो गया.
मैसेजिंग मतलब योर लेक्चर वाज गुड यार. आई डिडंट मतलब मुझे टाइम लगा. आई टेकन टाइम स्टिल विद दैट मच एफिशिएंसी आई कैन नॉट डिलीवर एट द लेक्चर.
भाई देख लेक्चरेट में you also have been taught 2 or 3 things. That first 15 to 20 seconds they have all about your introduction and your opening. Your opening should be great. Your opening was not, I will say, very catchy because मैंने अपनी opening ऐसी की थी कि India and Indians has been very good in handling crisis. तो उसमें ये हुआ कि हाँ he has मतलब he already know the importance of all these things. और या फिर एक अट्रैक्टिव ओपनिंग देने का मतलब क्या होता है ना कि आई विल आस्क द ऑडियंस दैट यू हैव टू हियर मी एनी हाउ. अब समथिंग वो ऐसे कुछ कोट्स भी होते हैं कि दैट नेवर ट्रस्ट अमेरिका और अमेरिका हैविंग फ्रेंड्स मतलब हैविंग अ
बीइंग अ फ्रेंड ऑफ
फ्रेंडशिप विद
अमेरिका
अमेरिका.
इज
हाँ बीइंग अ फ्रेंड इज डेंजरस. Oh, it's fatal. Oh, being an enemy
इज
of America is dangerous, but being a friend is
बीइंग
fatal.
अ फ्रेंड ऑफ.
Sent by Henry Kissinger. So all these things, if you start with these kinds of quotes, then it will be a very eye-catching start. All these things. और उसके बाद फिर वो होता है कि after you have to speak only for 2 minutes because last 30 seconds is conclusion. Conclusion is basically if you don't have any conclusion, you will just
Just
say
say
what you
what.
have said in the last 2 minutes. Okay, you just have to conclude around that only. Just add few words, and it will go like that. Okay, you have asked me how I used to frame my lecturate. So my lecturate is I have to look at what kind of a crisis India and Indians have faced till time. 1857 was a great crisis. In
And after
1947,
that the
we
war
have
in
participation.
middle, that
I forget about it.
the
उसके
Bangladesh
बाद
war.
we have a lot of 4 wars and one 5 war with China. उसके
After
बाद
that Kargil
there is a
war.
LPG crisis. Yeah, all wars I mentioned. There is a LPG crisis in 1991. I think I should have mentioned a lot more clearer about the LPG crisis because it is a very big issue and it has been
Yes.
a real crisis in terms because we are very close to a financial emergency. उसके बाद I have also mentioned the parliament, no, not the parliament attack. I will mention the Pulwama, Uri, and Pahalgam attacks. Then I have mentioned the COVID-19 pandemic, which is the greatest crisis I think India has ever faced since independence.
Ever.
And then, if I have to mention last point, because I don't know why the time is not getting over. So I have mentioned the recent Iran and US crisis and the petroleum crisis and all. I think I will mention it in the
Conclusion
conclusion,
part.
conclusion part. But I don't know why, because when I used to do the session with Divya, we both used to give that only, okay, gentlemen, 30 seconds are left. Okay, so we used to speak at the middle of the, so it goes like this. So I have prepared around these 5 7 points, and I have just spoken about this. So this is the way I used to prepare. And if I have given the topic of Iran and India relations, okay, so I will get to the relation back into the 1979s and even before that, because in 1965, Iran has helped Pakistan. They have helped them by militarily. And the reign of Shah Reza Pahlavi, who has been a very pro-US government, is also very pro-Pakistan at the time of 1965 war. And even the 1971 war. They have also given some helicopters to Pakistan. So in this way, and after the regime change in 1979, since the Islamic Revolution, Iran has maintaining a very good relation with India. And in 1991 or 1993, I don't exactly remember the year, there was a uh, resolution which has been passing by all the OIC countries. OIC, not OIC, Organization of Islamic Cooperation. They are a group of 51 countries, and they are passing a resolution regarding Kashmir. That Kashmir is the part of India, and out of 51 nations, 50 has signed that, okay, we are accepting that Iran is a part of. Oh, Kashmir is the part of
Kashmir is
Pakistan,
part of India.
and only Iran has objected. So in this way, Iran has saved India. Otherwise, if Iran has also signed the resolution, then it would have been a very great, defeat for India in the international level, because OIC is a very is a very big group. And if any big groupings like these sign the memorandum, then it will directly move to the United Nations Security Council. And if the resolution also passes from there, then India will lose a stake on Kashmir. I don't think we will ever give Kashmir, but we will lose the stake at that time. So Iran, since that time, Iran has been very friendly towards us. Uske baad you could have mentioned the recent Chabhar port development also, that US is not letting India do what we are trying to do fully. US is not letting us fully committed to what we are trying to do with the Chabhar port. INET, the International North Side Transit Corridor, is going from Iran, and we are connecting to Russia and the European countries. Okay. We have also, and Russia has also used this transit corridor to supply coal and petroleum to India. And India has also been giving some aids and all the important trades to Afghanistan by this transit corridor as well. So you could have mentioned these things as well. Uske baad, you could have mentioned the importance of India and Iran relations with respect to the ongoing conflict. That India has been handling its talk with both Iran and Israel and asking to not engage militarily. India is asking to solve the matter diplomatically rather than engaging militarily. So these are the things you could have mentioned. And I think you have gone too much into the past.
नहीं कितना
So
past था
we,
I have discussed
oh
about the
no, no,
past in
not past, not past. You have not mentioned the current crisis that, most of the times, I would say.
current crisis. I have mentioned about China's having engagement of giving economic support to Iran, and the Iran-Israel war that is impacting India also. And on current scenario,
You haven't mentioned the state of Hormuz, right?
state of all I have mentioned, yeah.
हाँ, ठीक है आदमी. मतलब you haven't mentioned it at that scale that is required. Okay.
On the surface
That
level, I
whole
have
the
touched.
supply of, right, you could have mentioned that Iran has blocked the Strait of Hormuz that accounts for the 20% of the oil supply of the world. And it is a very major corridor for the energy, for controlling the energy markets of the world. And this has created an energy crisis not only in India but across the whole continents of the all the countries in the world, which are dependent for any percentage of oil from the Gulf countries. Uske
ठीक
baad,
है.
Iran has also attacked these neighboring countries which India has a good relations, like Saudi Arabia and the UAE. So India has also taken the stand for UAE in this regard, because UAE president Mohammed Bilal Thani, something like that, he has visited India. And he also raised the concern with PM Modi, and PM Modi has also condemned the attacks on on UAE. But we also have to defend Iran also, because Iran is attacking only the US bases that has been used to attack Iran.
Iran.
Yeah. ऑल दिस थिंग्स, फिर इसके बाद कतर, यूएस, सऊदी, ऑल दिस थिंग्स। तो
काफी
अगर
चीजें
देख मैं
मेंशन
तेरे को
कर दी
बता दूं
तुमने।
ना,
सोर्स ऑफ नॉलेज क्या है?
सोर्स ऑफ नॉलेज भाई, जियो पॉलिटिक्स। जब तूने स्टेट ऑफ मार्क का बोला, मैं उसमें 1 मिनट ज्यादा प्रिपेयर भी ना करता, उसमें बोलना ही क्या था, वही बोल देते।
तभी
उसमें
तभी तो उसे मैंने
उससे हटा ही दिया तूने। फिर मैंने देखा कि इन तीनों में क्या बोला, अगर ये ना होता तो फिर वो साइबर सिक्योरिटी वाला थोड़ा सा बोल देता मैं। उस पर मतलब थोड़ा मैं और डालता, मिलिट्री एंगल डालता उस पर, क्योंकि साइबर सिक्योरिटी के बारे में इतनी इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं है मेरे को भी। अभी कुछ आर्टिकल्स वगैरह उसके, मतलब आर्टिकल्स क्या उसमें, मैं वो जो टॉपिक कल दिए ना तुझको, तो उसको भाई डेली 2-2 3-3 कर, और आई हैव एडेड टू योर टेलीग्राम ग्रुप आल्सो, जस्ट हैव अ लुक एट इट। तो उस पे क्या है कि जीडी और लेक्चरेट की रोड टू रिकमेंडेशन करके एक वो है टेलीग्राम चैनल, ठीक है, तो उसमें उनकी हर मंथली में एक मैगजीन आती है, लेक्चरेट की और जीडी की। तो आई हैव
अच्छा।
शेयर्ड 12 magazines of both lecturate and GD. So just have a go through. There is no need to memorize those things.
बस उनको डेली 2-3 बार जितना फेर पाओ तो जस्ट एक
Not
बार
daily.
मालूम।
एक एक मैगजीन को अगर आप 2 दिन में पढ़ रहे हो ना, क्योंकि भाई 20-20, 25-25 पेज है, अब हमें वही तो पढ़ना नहीं है, ठीक है। जीडी एंड
नहीं
लेक्चरेट।
नहीं, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट फुल टॉपिक्स, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट ओनली 1-2-3 टॉपिक्स दैट आई वी कैन डू इजीली।
हाँ, और उसके बाद जैसे क्या होता है ना, लेक्चरेट में भाई बहुत ही गंदी किस्मत होगी तो तुमको ऐसा कोई टॉपिक मिलेगा कि तुमको 4 में चारों नहीं आते। नहीं, ऐसा कोई टॉपिक
एक तो
मिल ही
आते
जाएगा जो तुमको 40, 50, 60, 30% आता हो, तो उसमें बोल देना बा, यही स्ट्रेटेजी की 2 मिनट बोलना, 30
अगर
मिनट
पढ़
इंट्रो, 30
लोगे
मिनट
अच्छे
कंक्लूजन।
से, अगर अच्छे से पढ़ लोगे तो देन डेफिनेटली, मतलब इफ यू विल कवर्ड 50 मोस्ट आज रिसेंट टॉपिक्स, देन तुम्हारा आराम से हो जाएगा, ऐसा मुझे लगता है।
And you know what I think, what topics I have covered? I would say I have covered the whole geopolitics as a whole. So it makes that in most of the cases, one GD is going to contain a geopolitical topic for the group discussion. And in geopolitics, one topic is surely going to be, a geopolitical topic. Like it could be a world order, it could be discussed with the only bone of contention between India and Pakistan, it could be any relation of any country with India, or it could be any crisis like the Middle East oil crisis or something like that. Any of these topics can be asked. So I have one base topic, that is the geopolitics, and I am still preparing. I will keep preparing for it as much as I can.
सो
So
मतलब प्रशांत दमन सर एंड
Prashant
भाई।
Avanza, Sabran Tyagi sir, and yeah, Palki Sharma, till the time he has been taking at the first post. And also, since I have been using Instagram, I have not been posting, but because the Vikitis are also helping me a lot in understanding social topics, not the geopolitical topics. Along with that, reading some kind of articles, even in Instagram as well, watching some reels, watching some topics. Because have you heard about the recent news that India DRDO has tested the Netra Mark 1, which is the early warning airborne control, early क्या होता है AWCS,
दे हैड टेस्टेड इट
airborne early
साइलेंटली
warning and
विदाउट
control
नोइंग
system,
एनीवन।
without knowing anyone, and it is the world class technology that India is having. India is at the pool of 4 or 5 countries that have this kind of a technology,
फोर्थ कंट्री आई थिंक।
and India has destroyed the Pakistan 1 or 2 AWACS during the Operation Sindoor. It is very costly.
सस्ते में अच्छे
So all
बनाना
these
हमारी
things,
तो वो बचपन से आदत है।
क्या
सस्ते में अच्छी चीजें बनाना ये हमारी मतलब
या
आदत है।
यही है भाई, मतलब उसमें क्या होता है ना कि जैसे 3 मिनट में हमें वो नहीं करना होता कि हम वो 3 मिनट में चीजें पढ़ लेंगे। 3 मिनट में वी हैव टू डिसाइड द टॉपिक ऑन द स्पॉट व्हाइल वी आर रीडिंग इन द पर्ची whatever is given to us. We have to decide while reading. Then when our timer start, we have already decided the topic. Then we have to gather more as many as point as possible. ठीक है, 7, 8, 10, 12. And
मेमोराइज
it is
करना
not
है।
possible that you will memorize or you will narrate all the 7, 8, 10 points. ठीक है, you will only memorize, you will only narrate 7, 6, 5 points. But you have to narrate it in those ways that it is covering the whole of your 2 or 2.5 minutes. It
यस
goes like this. And if you don't have, so किस्मत वैसे इतनी गंदी किस्मत नहीं होती भाई।
आई नो माई
फिर वो
किस्मत।
कॉन्फ्रेंस आउट ही होना होगा तो फिर तो वो आ ही जाएगा।
टुमारो आई विल, मतलब टुमारो आई विल प्रिपेयर फॉर लेक्चर एट इंस्टेंट, लाइक जैसे तुमने आज किया वैसे कल मैं करूंगा, और देखते हैं कैसा होता है, और अगर सही होगा तो ठीक है, वरना कोशिश करते हैं कल ऐसे ही करने की।
भाई देख, कोशिश कर, तू शुरू में क्या करेगा, 2 मिनट बोलेगा ना, बोल 2 मिनट, ठीक है, थैंक यू कर दे। वहाँ कई लड़के होते हैं 2 मिनट बंद कर देते हैं। रियल एसएसबी की बात बता रहा हूँ मैं। ऐसा में क्या होगा ना कि तेरी आदत बन जाएगी कि अभी तो अभी तूने जैसे प्रिपेयर किया होगा, तूने हो सकता है पूरा टॉपिक खोल के पढ़ा हो, तूने जहाँ भी लिखा हो या कहीं कोई तेरा सोर्स हो ना, तो वो नहीं कर, मतलब तेरे को एक अपने आप को प्रेशर सिचुएशन में लाना है।
वही चीज हो, जब तक नहीं लाएंगे तब तक ये चीज नेचुरली डेवलप ही
नहीं
नहीं हो
लाएंगे।
पाएगी। हम
या तो
मैं
फिर वो
रिकॉल ही नहीं कर पाऊंगा
जैसे
दिमाग में।
जैसे तूने 4 चीजें कर ली थी, अगर मैं उनमें से कोई भी 4 में कोई एक चीज दे देता तेरे को, उसमें से तो कोई एक बोल देता तो वो भी सही था। या तो ऐसे ही कर लेना, या तो फिर ऑन द स्पॉट करना। ये वाला मतलब बेकार था मुझे। अगर मेरे को बोलना होगा तो ऑन द स्पॉट वाला इज बेस्ट, और उससे थोड़ा सा कम बेस्ट होगा। 4 टॉपिक्स मैंने तेरे को दिए एक दिन पहले, आज मैं बोल रहा हूँ, तो इसमें तेरे को क्या करना है, चारों में या तो चारों प्रिपेयर करेगा तो भी भाई हेल्प मिलेगी तेरे को, ठीक है। और नहीं करेगा प्रिपेयर तो एक टॉपिक दे दूंगा, तो उसमें तो नॉलेज लेवल टेस्ट होगा ही। अब जैसे देख, कोई कंट्री की रिलेशन अगर हमें वो करनी है, या फिर फॉर एग्जाम्पल कोई ग्रुपिंग है, ठीक है, तो ग्रुपिंग्स में क्या डिसाइड होता है, सबसे पहले तू ब्रिक्स ले ले, तो हमें ब्रिक्स का फुल फॉर्म बताना है, ब्रिक्स के मेंबर कंट्रीज बतानी है जो फाउंडर मेंबर्स हैं, एंड देन विच आर द कंट्रीज दैट हैव जॉइंड द ब्रिक्स रिसेंटली, लाइक ईरान, यूएई एंड इंडोनेशिया,
इंडोनेशिया,
इजिप्ट
सऊदी
एंड
सऊदी ने
Saudi
नहीं
Arabia is
किया,
not joined yet. Egypt और एक और Ethiopia.
कुवैत ने किया, इथोपिया ओके।
No, no, not Kuwait. 10 countries have joined. उसके बाद अभी in the recent summit there is a concept of BRICS currency as well. तू ये mention अभी आया नहीं है, लेकिन there is a concept that has been in the talk of the town.
टू
It has
अवॉइड
been
द डोमिनेंस ऑफ यूएस डॉलर।
US dollars, but it is also going to be a concern for India, because if there is something called the BRICS currency of concept arises, then it will largely helpful for China and not India. And if it getting helpful for China, then it is not a very good news for India as well. So first of all, we have to work on our economy, boosting our economy as much as China has did. If not at the level of China, we should try at least to get closer to China. Then we could talk about this concept of BRICS currency. उसके बाद सबसे मेन ट्रेड में होता है कि all the countries that have been involved, they have been given a कि अभी जैसे ये क्राइसिस चल रहा है, ठीक है, तो ऑल द मेंबर कंट्रीज दे हैव प्लेज्ड टू हेल्प ईच अदर इन द टाइम ऑफ क्राइसिस, एंड इफ देयर इज कंट्री हु हैज नीड्स ऑफ समथिंग दे विल डिलीवर इट, और जो भी है। फिर इंडिया और जैसे ये मेंबर कंट्रीज हो गई 5, तो दीज कंट्रीज, दीज आर द फादर फिगर और दीज आर द मेकिंग कंट्रीज, सो दे विल गिव फंड्स टू कंट्रीज लाइक ईरान और द कंट्रीज दैट हैव बीन नॉट वेरी फाइनेंशियली वेल टू डू, दे विल गिव द फंड। फिर एक ट्रेड हो गया, फिर एक सिक्योरिटी हो गया। They have condemned the Pahalgam attack. Like, in SU attack, there is a topic for terrorism as well. All the countries will stand united. There is no matter, it doesn't matter that whether they give a fuck to terrorism in any country of the world, but they always signed a MOU that okay, we are standing against the terrorism and something like that. उसके बाद एक हो गया environment, ठीक है, they have pledged to एक वाला होता है कि दे हैव प्लेज्ड टू
कार्बन
ब्रिंग द
एमिशन को कम
टेम्परेचर
करना।
डाउन, कार्बन एमिशन को कम करेंगे, ये करेंगे। इंडिया का जैसे विजन है 2047 का, 2070 का कार्बन एमिशन की 0 करने का, तो इंडिया हैज आल्सो प्रीच दिस कॉन्सेप्ट जो भी है। फिर उसके बाद अभी जैसे एनएसएस की मीटिंग हुई थी इंडिया में, और गुरुग्राम में भी एक ब्रिक्स किसी की मीटिंग हुई थी। ये हो गया, ट्रेड हो गया, सिक्योरिटी हो गया। उसके बाद प्रेसिडेंसी कौन होल्ड कर रहा है, कौन कौन से कंट्रीज आए, कैसा वेलकम हुआ, ये भी बोल सकता है तू अगर तेरे पास टॉपिक्स नहीं है। उसके बाद नेक्स्ट प्रेसिडेंसी कहाँ होगी, जैसे 2024 कजान में थी, फिर 2025 की कहाँ थी याद नहीं आ रहा मेरे को, शायद उस वहाँ थी ब्राजील में, जब पीएम मोदी गए थे और चाइना के और रशिया के लीडर्स नहीं गए हुए थे। अब 2026 का ब्रिक्स ये शायद इंडिया में ही है, याद नहीं आ रहा मुझको। तो यही सारी चीजें हैं। फिर एक ये हो गया, ब्रिक्स का बैंक हो गया विच इज हेडक्वार्टर्ड इन चेन्नई संघाई, एनडीबी, न्यू डेवलपमेंट बैंक। उसके बाद बस यही है कि चाइना, ब्राजील, दे हैव बीन द ग्रोइंग इकोनॉमी, 40% पॉपुलेशन ऑफ द वर्ल्ड हैज बीन कवर्ड इन दिस ग्रुपिंग ओनली, एंड दिस इज अ मेजर थ्रेट फॉर द यूएस, एटलीस्ट यूएस थिंक्स दैट। उसके बाद इंडिया हैज बीन ऑल bridge between BRICS and the G7 countries or the Western countries and the क्या बोलते हैं,
एशियन कंट्रीज और साउथ
एशियन नहीं, कौन सा टर्म यूज करते हैं यार इंडिया के लिए, वो इंडिया इज द लीडर ऑफ
ग्लोबल साउथ,
ग्लोबल साउथ। इंडिया इज अ वेरी मेजर ब्रिज बिटवीन ग्लोबल साउथ एंड द वेस्टर्न कंट्रीज, ऐसे करके। अब भाई देख, मैं तेरे को बोल रहा हूँ तो मेरे को ज्यादा लग गया, लेकिन अगर यही चीजें हैं, 7-8 टॉपिक्स हुए, इसे को डिस्कस करके अपना मन में सोच के 4-5 टॉपिक्स में बोल दो, 3 मिनट खत्म।
सही है।
कोई कंट्री के रिलेशन होते हैं तो उसमें बस वही थोड़ा हिस्ट्री डाल दो, जैसे ईरान वाले में 1979 पहले उसका डाल दो, पहले वो पाकिस्तान फ्रेंडली थी, उसके बाद फिर ईरान ने हमारी हेल्प करी 1993 में, उसके बाद फिर ईरान ने चाबहार पोर्ट हमें लीज में दे दिया, ठीक है। अब इंडिया और ईरान के रिलेशन अच्छे हैं, लेकिन इंडिया और यूएस के रिलेशन भी अच्छे हैं, लेकिन यूएस ईरान के रिलेशन अच्छे नहीं है, तो हाउ आर वी बैलेंसिंग दैट एक्ट, ठीक है। इंडिया इजराइल शेयर्स वेरी गुड रिलेशन, and India US has a very good share of trade. India enjoys a very good trade surplus with US, approximately $40 billion. But we have just a mere of $2 or $3 billion trade from Iran. Then how we are, it is Iran is not that much important for us in terms of trade. But with the concept of regional security, and India is a leader of India believes in the theory of the Dev Kutumbakam. Then the whole world is our
one earth,
brother
one
or
family.
whatever it is.
Family.
One earth, one family. So if India is not मतलब इंडिया के लिए अगर कोई इतना इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है, तो भी इंडिया विल एक्ट एज अ फ्रेंडली नेशन टुवर्ड्स इट until and unless it will act like टर्की और अजरबैजान और पाकिस्तान। या तो ये हो गया। उसके बाद वी हैव क्या होता है कि हमारे जो स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं, दे यूज्ड टू गो टू ईरान, मोस्टली ऑफ द शियास class, Shiites class, they used to go to Iran. And in recent times, we have also seen when Israel has
Ayatollah Khamenei was died, then
Ayatollah Khamenei was died, there was a protest kind of a thing rather than India, and a lot of funds has also been raised for Iran from
for
India.
Iran. From Iran, for Iran from India, yes.
For Iran from India, yeah. So all these things. So, matlab, India has a large population of Shia Muslims, Shiite Muslims. So all these things are trading. Fir Iran is also trying to project himself as a leader of Muslim world, and India favors a good relation with Saudi Arabia as well. So India is playing a balancing act. India has also very good relation with UAE as well. India has very good relation with Iran as well. So how India is balancing? Yeah, matlab, India has 3 or 4 countries I will name. Either India has a good relation with the whole world, or India is not very famous at that part of the world, I would say. यही 3-4 countries हैं, Iran, not Iran, Turkey, Azerbaijan, and just because of Operation Sindoor, these bastards have helped Pakistan. Otherwise, we have launched the Operation Dost for Turkey.
Humanitarian aid to Turkey.
Yeah, Operation Dost during the crisis for Turkey. But Turkey is, well, I will not comment on it.
Chalo, okay. I think we have to conclude this session of today. Ankush had left. Ankush will deliver 2 lectures tomorrow. Okay, of today's as well, and of it tomorrow as well.
Yeah, we will make sure.
Yeah, we will not let him go so easily.
Okay, so gentlemen, that's all for today. It is very nice interacting with you. And when our lecturate session is started, I feel a bit, energetic. I started feeling a bit energetic. Not mera part. While we are doing TAT images, we all have our cameras off, and we are not getting able to see each other. So I think we should be doing our next session from opening the camera.
From opening the camera, yeah.
Yeah, it is getting more interacting, and it will, more seriousness will come from our inner self. I reckon.
ऐसे पता चले हम लेटे हैं, देख लिया, हाँ casually बोल दिया, but it will make us more attentive.
I was just laying, and when you were, delivering your story, I just put my phone, and I was just.
Okay, from tomorrow we will open our camera, then we will make sure. Okay, so that's all for today.
And yeah, and 1 hour is enough, I reckon.
Yeah, पर्याप्त होता है अगर प्रोडक्टिविटी के साथ करो, एफिशिएंसी के साथ करो.
नो बकवास, जस्ट प्रोडक्टिव सेशन. एंड यार कल को मैंने बोला था वो करेंगे फुल साइक टेस्ट
संडे, यार देखते हैं हो पाता है कि नहीं, क्योंकि कल मुझे थोड़ा काम है. ओके, सेशन रन करते हैं, फिर आई एम कॉलिंग. ओके, बाय, टेक केयर,
बाय.